Hi everybody. Today we're going to be working with the magic circle. I know not all of my clients love this, but it's inexpensive. You can get them probably for under $30. It's many places you can order online, even during the pandemic. So it's very challenging. You can do arm work, you can do core work, you can do side lying legs. I'm just going to do a few things. If you happen to have it or if you can get one, that would be awesome. We're going to start with some work. You could do it standing. I'm just going to do this so it's more in front of the camera. This is a chest press. I'm going to take my hands and wrap them around, and I'm going to press it in. So it's wonderful for your pecs. Almost all of us are tight. Trying to drop the shoulder blades down the back and really open the chest. Right? I'm trying to tone my abs every time, lifting up and in. Working on 8 to 10 of these would be great. If I take my arms out and my palms are facing flat here, really emphasizing the pinky here, then I'm going to be working on my lats. So I could just squeeze here. You can really feel that kind of right at the below the armpit area there. Press it in. I could make it a little bit more challenging, taking it up and down, breathing as I do. But just really pressing that in helps a lot of people access a very underutilized muscle group, especially for women. Right? I could bring it up here. This is called an earring curl, right? This is going to be working your biceps. So I'm trying to keep that very upright and bring it down like I'm trying to pat the top of my head with my hand. And you can see how it's really activating the belly of the muscle, fully drawing that down and up. I'm trying to keep that opposite shoulder very quiet. Breathing. And let's switch to the other side. I often lose count. Hope it's close to 8. Right? And I want to square that up and keep my elbow back. And I can see that I've kind of dropped my right shoulder. I'm used to having a purse there. I'll try to keep that elbow back and pull down for about 3, 2, and 1. And I can also take it and work on my triceps. I could just squeeze that. That's a lot of work there. Or I could just bend and squeeze. And that's going to take it a little deeper into the tricep there. Ooh, those are so tough for me. And 3, 2, 1. And I could do a little pulses here. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. A little better probably if you do that standing up. All right, I love side lying legs with this. So I'm going to place my bottom foot inside and then bring my top foot inside. Now, I could lie down as we've discussed in previous videos, just lying down here, keeping my obliques lifted. Today, I'm going to prop up here, make it just a little bit more challenging, lifting up from there. And I'm going to press up with my top leg, really working those outer hips, your abductors. And pressing down to stabilize with the bottom leg. Notice that I'm not sagging here into the waistband. Right, if I bring my top foot up and press down, then I'm going to be working more in my inner thigh, my adductors. You get a little of both actually in this position. I like it a lot. Now there's a fancy dancy way to do this in transition. Some days it works for me, some days it doesn't. Let's see if I can manage it. Roll it back. Oh, very fancy indeed. Okay, now I've got both of the outer legs. So now you're going to feel, oh, so much work. Bottom leg, top leg. The more I flex, the more it's going to take it deeper into my hips. Right? And then I can get even fancier. Lift it up and down. In here, it's probably a little better to be down in this position, just so I can target that small, precise work. Squeezing out and in. I could try to draw up to it, working my waist a little bit, trying to draw both of those toward each other. Any way you slice it, it's hard, which we like because you know it's going to be effective. So I'll take it over here, slide that bottom leg in, top foot is down, and press down. Hard to get that correctly on there. All right, so I'm press down and squeeze that top leg, really working that outer hip. Checking in to see that my obliques are still working. 2, 1, I'm going to slide that top foot in, this time working to press out. I'm still working both legs though, because this bottom leg has to stabilize as that top leg is pressing, stretching, drawing that energy apart. Okay, here's that fancy movement. Used to think it was impossible, but some days I get it, and some days I don't, in which case I bring it up here and reset it, all good to go. Well, that's what I thought. Clearly, one side is stronger than the other. So now I'm going to press the two together. And notice that I've come down on this side. I could be up, still trying to lift the waist, flexing the feet, drawing those two sides together. You get a lot of core muscles here. Right? And then I could reach up and stretch. Try to keep the body long, even as I'm trying to draw it together. And I think lastly we'll do a wonderful little hamstring stretch. So as you hold it from the bottom, you bring your one foot in there at the ball of the foot and try to pull the heel upward, really stretching that. Now, if I initially do that by just straightening the leg right here, this is a more superficial muscle that's not going to really work your hamstring as deep. So start with a bent knee and press it up, trying to stretch that hamstring. Oh, that feels so good. And I can bolt that left hip down, open that out as far as I can control that, working those inner thighs. Coming back, I'm going to internally rotate, cross the hand, coming over the midline here. Ooh, I'm working that IT band. Feels great. Let's go to the other side. This leg can be bent or straight. I'm really wanting to get a stretch, so I want to try to not grip this and pull it too far toward my head. Because the whole idea is to get a stretch, not how far I can pull my leg up. You may not straighten your leg because not everybody has that same hamstring length. As you start to externally rotate, notice that my hip wants to pop up. So I've got to go over there and stabilize it, pressing down. And then as I come across, bring it over and drop back to center. And then I might do something fancy like a roll up. So I'm going to flex my feet, try to peel my body off the mat, curl chin to chest, flex my feet, coming up and over, sitting tall, and then rolling down the opposite, pointing the toes, using those quadriceps to help stabilize me. Bring it back, flex my feet, organizing my body, vertebrae by vertebrae, coming up tall, taking a bow. And in 10 minutes, you've got a really great workout that does your arms, your hips, your abs. So give it a try. See you next time.